Yeah, hello everybody. I'm here to teach you on the changing the subject of a formula. So it is on page 63 of the textbook. Alright, so changing the subject of formula is basically the same as solving an equation. Alright, solving an equation. So if I have this equation, x plus 2 equals to 3x minus 4. Right, so this equation, how would you solve it? Alright, you can pause the video now, 30 seconds for you to do in your notebook. Alright, try to work out the full steps. Okay, we're going to use those steps. Okay, so you can pause the video now. Okay, so for a linear equation, alright, what I will do is I want to solve for x. So in short, terms with x goes to the left, terms with what x goes to the right. So the positive 2 shift it over to the right gives me a negative 2. 3x shift over to the left gives me a negative 3. After which I simplify. And lastly, I will have the number divided by the coefficient. And then I solve it. Right? So it's simple as that. So now, how do I use that to change the subject of the formula? So come, we'll go through the try question, so we'll learn along the way. So page 63, try 14. Right, so this is the equation, A equals to half BH. So A equals to half BH. Alright, the question will tell you to express what alphabet as a subject of the formula. So in this case, it is a B. Okay, it is a B. So change it. I want to make B the subject. So what I do is basically the same. I can switch side. Right, in short, terms with B on the left, terms without B on the right. Similar to what I'm doing here. Okay, terms with X on the left, terms without X on the right. Okay, after which what I did is simplify over here. There's nothing to simplify, so I'll skip to the next step. So now in order to get B, basically what I will have is my A will divide by half and my A will divide by H. So my A will divide by half and H. So A over H. Okay, and then I divide by half. Okay, what I'll end up with, this half I can change it to times 2. I will then have 2A over H. Just like that. Okay, sorry about the ink. Let me go and find a better pen. It's a pen. Yeah. Okay, so this is a 2A over H. Right. Of course, from here you can what you can do at this step, you can also have a I multiply by 2 on both sides first. And lastly, B equals to 2A over H. Right, so making the subject is basically the same as solving. Only difference is for solving, I will always end up with a number, okay, with a number on the right hand side. Right, for changing the subject on the right hand side now, I do not only have the number, I also have algebra, okay. But just take note, algebra, when I'm making B the subject, my right hand side cannot have B. Okay, my right hand side cannot have B. Right, so usually followed by the next part, they will also ask you for substitution, which is covered in 2.4. Right, so substitution, I'll just briefly go through. So find the value of B when H equals to 12, A equals to 36. So from here, find the value of B when A equals to 36. So always remember, substitution, use brackets. And after that, you just use calculator to get to the answer. Right, simple. Okay, now let's move on to the next try question. Right, next try question. Try 15, this one. Right, textbook page 64. You should have it with you, your textbook. So the formula is S equals to UT plus half AT squared. Right, so this is the formula. Okay, what they want us to do is basically to make U as a subject. Right, so over here, how many terms are there? Right, you can answer them on your own now. Alright, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, if you say 3 terms, congrats, okay, you are correct. So 3 terms here, same thing. Look for terms that has u. Terms that have u go to the left, terms without u goes to the right. Okay, so it's always the same thing. Look at what the question wants you to make as a subject, right? Terms that contains the alphabet goes to the left, terms that doesn't go to the right. So with this, you want, you can switch it around, or if you don't want, it is also okay. You can also do this. Basically, the x I shift to the right hand side, ut I shift to the left. Right. Then from here, you see, I want to make u the subject, so I can say, well, I can change the sign first. Right, and then I divide the whole equation by t. Right, and then that's it, you have your answer. Alright, I'm going to skip part B, the substitution part, to make this video more concise. Right, so try it 16, the next one. So this is 15, try it 16. So try 16, p equals to 2q plus x plus q. Alright, so with this, I want to make q the subject. Right, so now there's a fraction. So same thing, how during equation, how do you remove fraction? We multiply by the denominator. Okay, what I'm saying is over here I multiply by x plus q. And what I do to the right, I do to the left, times x plus q. What I'll end up with is p open bracket x plus q equals to 2q, because these two, they will cancel off. Alright, from here, expand. Okay, and then after that, it's back to the same old few steps. Terms with q on the left, terms without q on the right. Right, now there's a slight difference. The difference is, you look at the left hand side, now there are two terms, pq minus 2q. So what we do is, we will always factorize out the subject. Right, in this case the subject is q, so I will only factorize out q. Right, leaving the rest p minus 2 in the bracket. So this p minus 2 bracket is actually the coefficient. This is the coefficient of q. Right, minus px. So what I have over here will be negative px over p minus 2. And that's it. Alright. Okay, if any part of the video is too fast, you need to rewatch again, feel free to rewind. Alright. Alright, now question 17. Right, 17. Try 17. S equals to k1 plus r over 1 minus r. Alright, I want to make r the subject. Okay, so first step is always remove the fraction. Right, first step, always remove the fraction. So I'm going to write here, number 1, remove fraction. Okay, so this I'm going to do, remove fraction. How do I remove the fraction? By multiplying the denominator to every term. Now there are two terms only, so I multiply 1 minus r to s. And see, so remove fraction is the first step. Second step, expand. Okay, expand. S minus SR equals to K plus KR. Alright. Third, terms with subjects on the left only. So I look at it, I want R is the subject, terms with R should be on the left hand side, terms without R should be on the right. So this S needs to go over, this KR needs to go to the left. So I will have negative SR minus KR equals to K minus S. Okay? Fourth step, factorize. Fourth step is factorize. So left hand side, because I shift all the terms with the subject on the left hand side, definitely I can factorize out the subject. Okay, so always remember, only factorize out the subject, nothing else. I don't want 2r, 3r, I don't want negative r, I only want r, only the subject, alright, only the subject. Okay, and then the last step is basically the answer. Okay, I do not know how to write it in a shorter manner, okay, but basically the answer will be the right hand side divided by the coefficient of r. In short, I cover away r, whatever is left, it will be divided by this. So is this divided by this. So k minus s over negative s minus k. Right. Okay, I think it's a good idea now, right? You just pause the video, alright, or you can turn the screen away, and then you redo this, try 17 by yourself, and you see whether you can remember these 5 steps. Right, removing fraction, expand, terms with subjects on the left only, factorize, and then lastly the answer. Alright, the factorization step is always the hardest step to remember. Alright, so give it a try first. Alright. Okay, after that, after you're done with that, okay, now we move on to more special type. Okay, they're not harder, they're just special because there is a square root sign. So try 18. S equals to pi r square root h square plus r square. So this one I want to make h the subject. I want to make h the subject. So over here you see there's a square root sign. Okay, so removing square root sign and fraction is somewhat similar, alright. We'll always try to deal with those first.